Hey there guys, today's video I am working on another project that I bought at auction, and it's a beaut, let me tell you. What do you think of it, Charles? Thumbs up, thumbs up. We've got my 1991 Chevy Caprice with some 24-inch wheels on it. It's a beaut. It should have a 5.7 throttle body V8 in it. We got a nice little bird nest up there. The interior, seen some better days. And of course there's no key, so I've got to take the steering wheel off so I can put a new lock cylinder on the car. So I'm a little worried. The engine seems to be a little on the stuck side, but I've got to change the key out so I can at least steer it and you know, put a battery in it and try to turn it over. It's got oil in it, it's got coolant, so can only be so much wrong with it, right? So anyhow, we're going to start with the steering wheel. Pulling the steering wheel off and put a key in it.
You got 8 feet of rims. That's crazy. You got 2 footers.
Charles with the 2 footers again. All right, guys, see y'all in a second. All right, I got the Caprice backed up to the shop. It's going to be raining. I was going to work on it outside, but since it's raining, I'm going to be working on it inside. So I got to get this thing. Unloaded. Made it. Sweet. Now I'm going to move the trailer and go have some lunch. When I get back, it's going to be raining and I'm going to be working on this car. Alright, so the battery I got in the car is going to be a little low. I got my battery charger here. We're going to pop the hood, hook up the battery charger, get some better lighting, and clean out the hood from under the hood, the bird nest, or whatever it is. And we're going to see if this thing will fire up. Hooking up the battery so I can hook up the battery charger. All right, well, let's try cranking this thing up and see what happens. I don't see any fuel coming out of the injectors. Let's give her a little shot of some brake clean. Let's hit it. Dang it. See if I can keep it running. Dang it. Alright, so I guess the next thing to do is I need to check to see if fuel pump works by jumpering the fuel pump relay, and of course I got to see if there's any fuel in it. There might not be any fuel in it. The shop is smoke free, so this 350 doesn't knock or smoke. I'm getting excited here. Wondering if it even looks like it's been replaced. It's black. It doesn't look too bad. I think this might be a replacement engine. Let's take the cap off the oil and see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, she's got some miles on her. It's not completely sludged up, but it is not in as good a shape as the one on the 84 Caprice. So this is looking good, guys. This is a decent sounding engine. You know, I could probably sell just the wheels off the car, get my money back, and I have a good 350 there. And depending on if it goes in gear, it could be a good transmission. This will be a 700 R4. Might be a perfect engine and transmission for my Nova, my 74 Nova. Alright, so fuel pump, checking fuel, yada yada. So I did a lot of research, and this should be the fuse for the fuel pump right here, and I believe this is the fuel pump relay. Yeah, I believe it's that orange wire. So, oh, I guess what I need to do is I need to put a test light on this fuse, and it's not very bright. Ooh. It says that I have power to the... Is the key on? Come on off. So we have power. We'll have power on the orange wire. No power there. So 87 and 30. Which one is 30? 30. 30 is that one right there. 30. Huh. Well, 87 has power. Huh. Well, let's jumper it and see what happens. Okay. And I'm gonna go listen in the fuel tank. Hey, I hear a fuel pump, and it sounds like it's not pumping. It might be out of gas. Okay, I've got 5 gallons of gas here. Let's try putting it in and see what happens. Uh-oh. So I just spilled a little bit. So it really sounded like the fuel pump was functioning, but nothing inside the fuel tank. I've had customers with cars brought in for not running conditions and be out of gas. So fingers crossed on this actually working. Well, let's jumper the relay and see if see what happens. See if it sounds different. Yep. Sounds like it just picked up some fuel. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to hook up the relay and see what happens. Alright, plugging in the relay. And let's hit the key. Cranking. No way! No way! It was out of gas. Good God, out of gas. Alright, so let's check for oil leaks. We're good. The exhaust sounds good. Sounds like it's running on all 8. Let's put it in gear. Reverse. We got reverse. Drive. We got drive. So fuel gauge does not work, so no wonder they ran out of gas. Let's try revving it up. This thing sounds awesome. Oh, it smokes a little bit. I gotta say, I am very happy so far. So they took the upper radiator shroud off. It's sitting in the back seat. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing back together. And we're gonna take this thing down the road and see how it drives. All right, guys, it's the next day. I was going to back this car out and do a beautiful shot of it driving around and doing all kinds of cool stuff. And I went to go hit the key and click, click, click. So I thought maybe the battery was low. I checked the battery. Battery's fine. Bad starter. I turned the engine over by hand. Everything's fine. But the starter's no good. I took the starter off, had it tested. Starter's bad. I went to 3 different places around town trying to get a starter for this car, and no one has a starter. Can you believe that? They kept coming up with a starter that was a little bit different. I'm pretty sure that this is a replacement engine that's in this car, because it didn't look like it belonged in this car to begin with. I believe that this car was probably originally a 305 car. That's like a 350. Probably out of something a little bit newer. And anyhow, long story short, they used the 305 starter. Everyone around town has a starter for a 350. They don't have the starter for a 305. That's a special order starter. Well, guess what? I'm going to be on the road in the morning heading to work, and the starter wouldn't show up here until tomorrow afternoon. So, talk about a kick in the nuts. I can't even finish this video on this car, and I got to tell you, it was going to be good, because I found out this car will do awesome positive traction burnouts. And now I can't do it in the video because, well, if I don't release this video, then there's no video coming out this Friday. You know, so today or whatever. This video wouldn't be out until the following week. And I just forget about it. So anyhow, I hate to do it, but I guess I'm going to end the video here. I'm not keeping the car. I'm selling the car. And I put the word out like a few minutes ago, if someone gives me my money back out of this car, it's theirs. So I'm pretty sure this car will be gone by the time this video is out, because I posted it, you know. The car's going to be gone because I've got just under $1,000 in it. This car is going to be gone. With those wheels and tires, it's going to be gone. So thanks for watching, guys. No, don't bother me on I'll buy the car on this video, because it's going to be sold. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch y'all later. And when I mean it's going to be sold before this video even comes out. So there's no point in trying to buy it from me, because it's going to be gone. Happy Father's Day, Dad. That's it.